What if I told you there's a movement as old as humans, as natural as breathing, yet most people today have forgotten it? You don't need machines, gyms, or complicated routines. Practiced regularly, it can keep your body strong, flexible, and youthful. That movement is the deep squat. Most people today avoid it or think it's risky. The real risk is losing the ability to do it. When your body forgets this simple pattern, stiffness, pain, and dependence begin to appear. Think about a child bending to pick up a toy. They squat easily, back straight, feet steady, breathing naturally. That's how our bodies were made to move. Everyone is born with that instinct, but over time we stop using it, and what was once easy becomes hard. When we forget how to squat, the body starts to compensate. We use our hands to stand. We bend our backs instead of our hips. Steps get shorter. Little by little, we lose agility, confidence, and independence. Aging starts not with wrinkles, but with losing this natural flow of movement. The deep squat is simple but powerful. It works the glutes, quads, hamstrings, core, and spine all at once. It opens the hips, knees, and ankles, improves circulation, and even helps digestion. It connects muscles, bones, and energy in one smooth motion. In this video, we'll explain why the deep squat is called the ultimate anti-aging exercise. You'll learn how it activates strength and longevity in ways most people don't know, the ancient wisdom behind it, and how to use it in your daily life to regain mobility and energy. Most people ignore it, but you won't. The real secret of staying young isn't expensive treatments, it's remembering how to bend down, hold, and rise back up. A simple squat is really a ritual of strength and energy. Long ago, humans lived close to the ground. There were no chairs or offices. People cooked by the fire, gathered food, rested under trees, and met in circles. And the most common position was the deep squat, feet on the ground, hips low, back straight. In many cultures, squatting was part of life, not exercise. Among indigenous peoples in Africa and the Americas, it was used for work, storytelling, and ceremonies. Staying close to the ground meant staying connected to life itself. In Asia, China, India, Japan, it remained a daily habit until modern times. People ate, rested, and talked while squatting. Beyond practical use, it was seen as good for energy. In yoga, many poses that open hips and strengthen legs come from this pattern. Lowering the body balanced the lower chakras, and keeping the back straight let vital energy flow. Even in ancient Western cultures, movement was linked to health. Greek philosophers said staying active was key for body and soul. Hippocrates noted that lack of movement harms health, while activity preserves it. Squatting wasn't mentioned directly, but the idea was the same, bending and rising showed strength and vitality. Modern life moved us off the ground. Chairs replaced squats, stiffness set in, and we lost the wisdom of a movement that kept joints young. Today, in many cities, older people can't squat anymore. But in rural and traditional communities, squatting is still common, and people stay mobile even when old. Philosophically, the squat teaches a lesson: those who can lower themselves and rise again hold on to life's power. It symbolizes humility and resilience. Each squat trains muscles and spirit, reminding us of a truth most people ignore. We've made our lives so complex that we often forget the basics, and this forgetting is one reason we age faster. Most people think youth is about looks, smooth skin, no wrinkles, a lively face. But real youth shows in how your body moves. Being able to squat down and stand up smoothly, keeping your back straight and joints free, is the truest sign of vitality. That's why the deep squat is such a powerful anti-aging practice. It works almost every part of the body. Squatting activates the legs, hips, glutes, and core. Your back stays aligned, ankles get more flexible, and blood flows better. It's like turning on a full-body energy system. No other simple movement does so much, yet the biggest benefits happen inside. Every squat massages the organs naturally. Digestion improves, abdominal pressure balances, and the diaphragm moves more freely. In other words, the body strengthens and detoxifies itself. Traditional Chinese medicine used similar positions to support long life. It wasn't about building muscles but keeping energy flowing freely. Spiritually, the deep squat has meaning too. Lowering down and rising again is a physical act of humility and renewal. Each squat reconnects you with the earth and with yourself. Rising back up feels like being reborn, stronger and clearer. The movement also affects energy. Hips and ankles hold tension and emotions. Yoga teaches that hips store emotional memories. Opening them releases those feelings, which is why some people feel relief or even want to cry. Deep squats let the body express itself. Movement becomes a way to release and heal. This simple exercise is like a hidden fountain of youth, not magic, but a reminder of what it means to be alive. If done regularly, the body remembers how to move without pain, hold itself without fear, and flow with gravity instead of fighting it. Squatting also builds self-confidence. Anyone who can squat safely and rise easily keeps mobility and independence. Independence is one of the purest forms of freedom. Not needing help for basic movements is itself a defense against aging. What looks like a simple exercise is really a practice that links the body, energy, and spirit. True longevity comes not from adding more, but from returning to the essentials. The deep squat is more than exercise, it's a gesture with power, meaning, and spiritual connection. Done mindfully, it can become a path of self-discovery. The surprising part is that struggling to squat is not natural, it's cultural. Human bodies are built to do it. Children squat easily, without training. But in modern life, chairs and lack of contact with the ground have weakened this ability. What should be simple now seems almost impossible for many adults. Aging hasn't come just from years passing, but from forgetting how to move naturally. Comfort can be a trap. Sofas, high chairs, and soft beds make life easier, but they weaken the body. Real comfort is being able to move well. The deep squat calls us back to the ground, back to the earth, back to simple life. There's also an energetic side. Squatting grounds you. In today's fast-paced life, energy often stays in the mind, scattered in worries. Squatting sends energy down, strengthening the root chakra, the center of stability, security, and connection. It's like grounding your spirit, letting go of excess and restoring what matters. Many feel discomfort in this pose, not just from stiff muscles but because the body holds memories in hips, knees, and ankles. That discomfort is a signal to release and heal. Every moment in a deep squat takes courage. You sit with discomfort, notice it, breathe, and slowly turn it into strength. The deep squat isn't about looking perfect or building muscles, it's a daily practice. It's about reconnecting with mobility, proving that you can still lower yourself and rise on your own. That simple skill can mean the difference between aging with limits or aging with freedom, strength, and vitality. The deep squat isn't a trend, it's an ancient medicine we've forgotten. This practice restores what modern life has taken away: connection to the ground, to your body, and to life itself. Anti-aging doesn't come from creams or pills. The body has its own way to stay healthy, but it needs us to remember the movements that keep it alive. The deep squat shouldn't feel like a challenge, it should be a skill you use daily. Recovering it can transform both body and spirit. Here's how to make it part of your life. First, start where you are. It doesn't matter if today you can only go down a little. Don't force it, gradually remind your body of what it already knows. Use a low chair to practice standing without hands. Support is fine, but move with intention. Each day you try, your joints and muscles remember their purpose. Independence is one of the purest forms of freedom. Not needing help for basic movements is itself a defense against aging. What looks like a simple exercise is really a practice that links the body, energy, and spirit. True longevity comes not from adding more, but from returning to the essentials. The deep squat is more than exercise, it's a gesture with power, meaning, and spiritual connection. Done mindfully, it can become a path of self-discovery. The surprising part is that struggling to squat is not natural, it's cultural. Human bodies are built to do it. Children squat easily, without training. But in modern life, chairs and lack of contact with the ground have weakened this ability. What should be simple now seems almost impossible for many adults. Aging hasn't come just from years passing, but from forgetting how to move naturally. Comfort can be a trap. Sofas, high chairs, and soft beds make life easier, but they weaken the body. Real comfort is being able to move well. The deep squat calls us back to the ground, back to the earth, back to simple life. There's also an energetic side. Squatting grounds you. In today's fast-paced life, energy often stays in the mind, scattered in worries. Squatting sends energy down, strengthening the root chakra, the center of stability, security, and connection. It's like grounding your spirit, letting go of excess and restoring what matters. Many feel discomfort in this pose, not just from stiff muscles but because the body holds memories in hips, knees, and ankles. That discomfort is a signal to release and heal. Second, make squats a daily habit. Don't reserve them for exercise. Use them when picking things up from the floor or resting. Over time, your body will accept this posture as natural. Third, focus on breathing while in the squat. Feel your hips open, your ankles relax, and your diaphragm expand. Imagine each inhale bringing energy, each exhale releasing tension into the earth. Fourth, use the squat as meditation. Bring your hands together at your heart, close your eyes, and stay silent. Notice discomfort, thoughts, or stiffness. Squatting near the ground trains patience and calm, balancing both body and mind. Fifth, get closer to the floor in everyday life. Sit on the floor to read, watch TV, or share with others. Moving between floor and squat strengthens hips and knees naturally. Every moment off the ground is a moment for getting your natural design. Sixth, celebrate progress. Don't chase perfection. Notice every extra second you hold the posture, every centimeter you lower, every time your movement feels freer. Progress in the deep squat isn't about muscles, it's about freedom. You don't need to invent anything, just remember what your body already knows. Each time you squat, you awaken the body's ancestral memory of vitality. Make it part of daily life, and anti-aging becomes a natural outcome of living in tune with your own design. We've traced a path from humanity's earliest days to today, uncovering a secret that most people have forgotten, the deep squat. 99% of people ignore it, yet it can mean the difference between aging stiffly or moving through life with vitality. The surprising thing is how simple it is. No gym, no special equipment, no complicated routines. Anyone can do it, anywhere, anytime. Lowering down and rising up again strengthens muscles, frees the joints, wakes up internal organs, and lets energy flow through the body like a bright river. Beyond the physical benefits, the deep squat carries a spiritual message. Life is a cycle of lowering and rising. Each squat teaches humility as you move toward the earth, and each rise celebrates your strength to lift yourself again. This posture reminds us that no matter how often we fall, what matters is the ability to rise with dignity. Aging isn't just about the years, it's about losing touch with what is essential. When we stop moving naturally and stay away from the ground, we forget our roots, and aging comes faster. Recovering the deep squat isn't only physical, it reconnects us with the body's ancestral memory of life itself. The choice is yours: keep ignoring this secret and search outside yourself for solutions that never appear, or rediscover the movement your body already knows. It doesn't matter if it's hard at first, if you need support, or feel discomfort. Every attempt counts. Every inch closer to the ground is a step toward freedom. Picture your life 20 or 30 years from now. Do you want to reach it stiff, dependent, and in pain, or moving freely, squatting, rising without fear, living with dignity and independence? The answer lies in a simple gesture most overlook, but today, you've remembered it. True anti-aging isn't about fighting time, it's about living each year fully, with strength and energy. The deep squat restores that possibility. If this idea speaks to you, share it. Subscribe, like, and send this to loved ones. Every person who remembers this ancient secret has a chance to regain vitality and shape a healthier future. Time passes for everyone, but how we live it is a choice. Today, you've discovered a choice that keeps life moving.